Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Come on, brothers. MashaAllah. How many cricket fans do we have today in the audience? Come on, guys, raise your hands. How many cricket fans? MashaAllah. Where is Ustad? Ustad, where is, we left? Come on, Ustad. Good, MashaAllah. So, Alhamdulillah, we are so honored and blessed to have one of the legends of cricket, one of the superstars, mashallah, one of the pride of Pakistan cricket, Brother Misbah Haq. Brother Misbah Haq, he has been a pride of Pakistan for many years. And I know that many of you don't need to know this because you are here because of him tonight. And I see so many faces, so many new faces, mashallah. Our captain for many years, our coach, and over the many years, mashallah, he has changed the Pakistan cricket, and we are proud of him for what he has done for the Pakistan cricket and also for the international cricket. Over the past few weeks, I'm not sure if you have seen the T20 World Cup. Raise your hands. How many people T20 World Cup? Yeah, I was one of those guys, and believe me, I was watching the program Pavilion on a regular basis. Misbah bhai, your analysis were amazing. So I'm going to invite you. Misbah, please come here. Misbah Haq. So in epic style, let's give him a welcome. Takbir! Takbir! MashaAllah. Please. Brother Misbah ul Haq, MashaAllah, one of the things that I love about our superstars is what they do after they have gone through their journey of cricket or whatever sports they have or whatever career they had. And mashallah, what I love about Misbah bhai is the cause he's supporting. His cause, and I was doing some research, he's doing Pakistan Children's Heart Foundation. And there are thousands of children in Pakistan, and I'm sure he's going to explain all of this, who does not have the opportunity to get their heart's operation done, and they die at a very young age. And he took that challenge. As you can see, mashallah, this is a very unique cause. He took that challenge to take it on and work on this project, inshallah, and get the support from all of us to save those children. So tonight, this is the opportunity, inshallah, we're going to have fun. We're going to hear from Misbah bhai, but at the same time, inshallah, as an epic style, as we always do, we're going to support this project, right? Are we going to support the project? Inshallah. We're going to have bats to sign. We're going to have balls, inshallah. You can also sign for a small donation. Bat for 500, a cricket ball for 250, and also we have 2 or 3 shirts that inshallah you can get for, it's a shirt that's worth almost $20,000, $30,000. That tonight for our masjid we can get it for 5,000. And inshallah Misbah will explain all the signatures of the Pakistan cricket team and the coaches and all of this. So I'm going to ask Misbah bhai, please have a seat. Samir, if you can come inshallah and have a seat because we're going to start the program. Have a seat inshallah. And I'm going to request none other than our own epic legend, cricket legend, Brother Samir Siddiqui, to host this program. And this is a unique, Mr. Bhai. Samir bhai is from Hyderabad, Deccan. And he has some unique questions for our Pakistan cricket legend. So we thought it will be fun, inshallah. We'll make it a fun day. We'll have some questions, inshallah, and also have this important cause and discuss that. So with that, Samir, I'm going to give you the mic, and inshallah, let's start the program.
First up, Assalamu alaikum, Misbah bhai. And I'm not a legend, Misbah bhai, by any means. Imran bhai himself is a great cricketer, and then we have many people over here, great cricketers, inshallah. It's my privilege and honor to sit next to Misbah bhai. I'm scared to sit here with a personality as such. So, all right. Are we ready? Inshallah. So, Misbah bhai, please, if you don't mind, tell us about the Heart Foundation that you have, inshallah, so all of us are aware of that noble cause that you have taken up after your cricket career, inshallah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, assalamu alaikum to everyone, brothers and sisters. Obviously, I'm here to just pass my message, and it's a message of thousands of families back in Pakistan, and obviously thousands of children who've been suffering from congenital heart disease in Pakistan. Congenital heart disease is basically the kids born with the heart problems, hole in a heart, or problem with their vessels, their walls. I mean, every 100 kids, there's one kid born with this throughout this world, but in Pakistan, obviously, lack of facilities. 60,000 children born every year with a heart disease, and 20,000 needs immediate surgery. But Pakistan obviously lack facilities, and only we can operate 4,000 out of those 20,000, and 16,000 children every year waiting for the surgeries, helpless. So that's the reason I picked up this cause, and I'm working with Pakistan Children Heart Foundation, who's been doing this, who's been conducting surgeries for these kids free of cost, uh, with the help of different hospitals. And obviously till now, 2,600 children being operated by this organization. But in a long run, it's difficult to just keep on going like that. An ultimate solution is to build a specialized children heart hospital, state-of-the-art facility, which can obviously help to permanently solve this solution in Pakistan. It is not going to increase the numbers we can operate children in Pakistan. We can do 2,000 up to 2,000 surgeries a year in that hospital, and obviously that is going to increase the capacity also, doctors, trained doctors, and the other medical staff there. So for that reason, I've been just traveling around the world, came here to pass this message, which is, I think, very important for the sake of our future children, for the families who've been looking towards you, towards us, that we can help them. And obviously, you know that children are the future of Pakistan. Children are the future of us. And obviously, it is something which is very close to our heart. Our CEO, Farhan Ahmed, he just started doing this after he had a tragedy, and he lost her daughter just at the age of, I think, 3 years. And from there, in 2012, he started Pakistan Children Heart Foundation. Now it's a registered charity here with the name of Pakistan Children Heart Foundation North America. And it's a certified 501c3 charity here in US also, and they've been working really well. Qasim Bhai is here, and some of the other volunteers here in Dallas. Obviously, Khalid Bhai is here. And I hope the purpose of my visit is that you all become ambassadors, you all become members, you all become members of this cause and support those children and families. Obviously, all of you and the audience and the supporters in Pakistan throughout my cricketing career loved me a lot, supported me a lot, gave me so much respect. So I think it's time to just pay back, and that's why I've been just traveling around and trying my level best to help the country, to help those children. And obviously, being Muslim, it's important for us to look beyond this life. I mean, whatever you do, whatever you achieve in this life, the moment you leave this world, it is meaningless unless you do something for the future. And helping humanity, I think nothing bigger than that. So saving someone's life, happiness of those parents and families who are suffering from this. So you can be part of this. Please just consider this a request from those families, from me, and whatever you can do for that, it will be a great help. And nobody can give you, obviously, jaza or anything in reply. but only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can just do that. So that's why we are here, and obviously whatever questions regarding cricket, regarding this organization, what's happening, I can just guarantee you one thing, that we are all doing this work voluntarily and charging nothing, no interest. We travel around the world at our own expense, zero. We are working, this organization is working at zero admin cost. Whatever donation you will give, that will go straight to that construction of the hospital or operating those children. So that's one thing which I can guarantee you, inshallah. And rest, it's all in your hands. Do whatever you can do for that. Be the ambassadors of that. Convey this message to others which are not here. Wherever you are connected in your families, just tell them about this. Because in 2017, after traveling throughout the world, first time I got to know about this problem. I never heard about that because it's not that common. When somebody has this in their family, then you got to know that it's something different. It is something new. So it is now, conveyed to you, and whatever you can do, in what capacity you can help this cause, it will be obviously very helpful to those children and families.
Jazakallah khair, Misbah bhai, for working for such a noble cause. A lot of times, we get carried away by looking at some things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with so much in this country, and we came here, alhamdulillah, with the help of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are living a very comfortable life here, and alhamdulillah for that. And causes like the one that Misbah bhai just mentioned needs our support. And Epic Misbah bhai is known for its diversity.
Yep.
As Imran bhai mentioned, I'm from Hyderabad, India. I'm a big fan of Pakistan cricket, but I'm a fan of Indian cricket as well. Now, I'm a all-time, I'm going to be the supporter for this. As Imran bhai mentioned real quick, all of us will have an opportunity to get an autograph for a small donation for a noble cause to take care of our next generation, as mentioned, inshallah. That's $500. And then you can get, if you have a cricket bat, you can do so. If you have a cricket ball, you can use so. Plus, there will be a picture opportunity as well with the legend himself, inshallah. Now, with that, I'm going to quickly, now you mentioned that there is a volunteer, is there any volunteering opportunity for this organization right here in Dallas, Misbah bhai, for if anybody is interested in joining that organization? I know Khalid bhai is.
Yeah, of course, Khalid bhai is already here. So we need more and more people. We can just connect people. And obviously, I would like to mention that this hospital is, we are working on this project in 2 phases. The first phase, where we're going to build 75 beds hospital, and that cost is $12 million. And I think that is the first thing which we are working at the moment, trying to just get that. Already construction being started, and we need to just complete it quickly, because as day by day we are getting late, construction cost is going up, children are suffering. So obviously we need more people to work, we need more people to just connect more people, and the more we are, it will be easy for us to just complete this task.
All right, excellent. So if you can look up the Pakistan Children's Heart Foundation, join in for a monthly recurring or any volunteer opportunities that you can. It definitely is a noble cause that we need to support, inshallah. With that, I'm going to just ask Mawai a question. It's really hard for children growing back in India, Pakistan, now in the United States also. One of the challenges that we face, Ms. Babai, is if somebody wants to become a full-time professional cricketer while being educated as well, how do you balance that? What is it that we can do so that our youngsters can learn from you, where, mashallah, Misbah Bhai has a master's degree in business administration while he became the captain of one of the world's best cricket teams, Pakistan, right? So how do you balance it?
Yeah, I think the greatest asset for anyone is time management. And there is not a best example except our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the way he managed time throughout his life. I mean, that's the best example for us. He did everything in his life and balanced it perfectly. So that's the key for us also. Whatever we do, do it with your full devotion and concentration. And balance your time. I mean, don't waste your time, just value your time. And if you do that, I think you'll be able to just do whatever you want to do in your life. And that was throughout my life. I did it like that. Whenever I used to study, you don't need too much time if your focus is there. And same in your training or in your practice. I mean, it doesn't mean that you just keep working hours and hours without knowing that what I need to do. So balancing right practice and utilizing your time properly, you can manage anything, you can do anything. But why we can't do that? Why we are normally unable to do that? Because we normally waste a lot of time. And today's problem is these gadgets. So, if you are in love with these gadgets, then it's difficult to just go there on the cricket field or football field and manage those things. Otherwise, I think you can do it easily. We were lucky that at that time, there were no phones, there were no iPads, there were nothing like that. And that was something blessing in disguise for us.
Excellent. And then Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, perfect example of time management. And then the gadgets. Jazakallah khair for that advice. Before I go to my next question, I'm going to ask if anybody has a question. Imran, do you have a question?
Thank you for putting me on spot. That T20 World Cup, what were you thinking when you played that backside shot?
Let me give a quick background on that one, Misbah Bhai.
No, that was simple thought behind that, to hit a 4 over that fine leg sweep. That's it.
Just so whoever doesn't know this, so there was a first World 2020 final, India-Pakistan, the best rivals playing, and Misbah Bhai took the match away from India. Everybody were turning the televisions off. Almost gone. And then the next thing you know, Misbah Bhai played a scoop shot off the bowler who never played after that. And we got the World Cup. So that was perhaps a gift but nevertheless.
That wasn't gift to that bowler, but that was a gift to hundreds of players who've been blessed in IPL now. Otherwise, there would have been no IPL.
So true, so true, so true, so true. Now, anyways, yes.
How do you feel you don't have any hundreds in ODIs and still you are like one of the best batsmen with 5,122 runs?
Yeah, a lot of people ask me that question, that you should have at least 100. So I always just answer them, I would have loved to have at least 9, 10, 100. Otherwise, I am okay without 100. At least I have a record. Scoring most ODIs runs without 100. So I'm happy with that.
And also you scored 100 in test match at the age of 41, which most of the batsmen, that is also one of the records.
Whatever you achieve in cricket, obviously, it's normally that whatever sport you play, your passion, and nothing better than that, no better feeling than that, performing on the cricket field. So always loved the runs scored by me on a cricket field.
No, I think one of the things that we learned from when I look at, I've been following cricket, all of us, just like all of us, and then we follow our ideals, I'm a fan of Imran Khan and many other players as such. Then you look at different players and their achievements, and then you learn a lot from that. Misbah Bhai's career, mashallah, it is an example. He's known for his unflappable temperament. The bowlers would just pull their hair out of their heads, but he would just be calm, composed, playing ball after ball, mashallah. So his record, he played 75 tests and 160 plus one-day internationals while doing everything that he's doing. Again, at the end of the day, it is the cause. What do you give? How do we give back to the community? That's one of the things. Not all players do so, but very handful of players, after they finish their career, they come back and contribute for a noble cause as such, inshallah. Next question, anybody who has, go ahead.
No, not been able to talk to him, but that's part and parcel of your life. One thing that is not good in this world is you do something good for 100 times, nobody remembers that. But you just made a mistake and everybody remembers 2007 last scoop. So that's the curse. So you have to live with that. I think before that whole year, Hassan Ali was the champion. He won us so many test matches. Highest wicket taker in test matches, won South African T20 series at home, won one-day series there in South Africa in the final, getting 30-something runs on 9 or 10 balls, and then taking 4 wickets. So throughout the year after his comeback, he was the man who just won us Champions Trophy in 2017. So give him a space. You could have a bad day. That could happen to anyone, but I think he's a champion player, champion bowler, and he will bounce back.
Excellent. So, Mazawi, in the world of cricket, within Pakistan, who has been the player who you looked up to and you continue to look up to?
Obviously, when I started playing cricket, that was 1992 World Cup, Javed Miandad, Imran Khan. The way they just took the team and won that World Cup, led from the front, both veterans, and I think that was a big motivation. And obviously, while growing up, a few batting stars, Mohammad Yusuf and Zamamul Haq, but one man who I always tried to follow because I thought that I can be successful if I just follow his routines. That was Yunus Khan, because he was disciplined, he was always, his work ethics was top class, and I think that helped me a lot.
Yeah, Misbah, I played with Yunus Khan quite a bit, a lot of cricket with Yunus Khan, and they destroyed some of the best bowlers. Who from the Indian cricket team, Misbah, is your favorite bowler?
I love playing against Harbhajan Singh as a batsman. He was a top-class bowler, troubled the whole world, troubled even my teammates, but for somehow off spinners, because I used to play I just played a lot of cricket again with Saeed Ajmal, so I always just find off spinner easier option to hit. But overall, I think Zahir Khan was a good bowler at that time. He was a tough competitor, and I think at that stage when we were playing, he was the spearhead of fast bowling. And spin bowling, obviously, I played against Sunil Kumble. He was also a tough competitor. I enjoyed playing against India, a lot of performances, but always against India, your games were like neck to neck.
Yes. So whenever there is a match with India, Ms. Bhai, what is the mood in the dressing room? It seems like Pakistan, it doesn't matter whether, but when it's the game with India, the energy, the motivation, the passion is right there. Both the teams, they show it. What is the mood in the dressing room?
Before I answer this question, I think whoever is leaving, please just keep in mind to just do something for this cause.
Do we have any donations?
Don't forget that.
Yeah, we have the balls and bats and the shirts as well. So I'm going to just quickly show while Misbah answers that. So anybody who's leaving, we'll get them. Every one of them. Trust me, we'll get them all.
Sir,
First explain this. The signatures on this.
that's the team traveling shirt signed by the whole team, whole Pakistan team.
This is a shirt signed by the Pakistan team, $5,000. Anybody wants this shirt? Come on, brothers, this is one of those causes that we have. If not, we'll be forcing you to get this, inshallah. Yeah, we have one, Jazakallah khair, Dr. Niaz, one of the cricket fans, mashallah. Anybody else wants this? Anybody else? One more shirt. One more shirt we have.
This one is the Pakistan team training shirt from Pakistan vs England 2020 series, signed by the whole team, whole Pakistan team.
Again, this is the once a lifetime opportunity to get it. So anybody who wants this. So we'll come back to you with this. So go ahead, Muzawa. I have one that I want to get my bat signed first. Muzawa, I have this bat. All right, this is the Players Edition bat, but I thought I'll get this bat, thinking that my performance will automatically get better, but it turned out that it doesn't. It doesn't. The good bat doesn't help.
That looks like genuine Ben Stokes bat.
Just the net. That's what I thought it will work, but I kept getting out at 0. Then we have more bats as well. So if you want, whenever in between question and answer sessions, please come up and you can get the bat signed. And then we have cricket balls as well that you can sign, keep it with you, inshallah. This is for $250. It's just a donation. It's nothing. As Ms. Babai mentioned, this organization operates at 0 overhead costs. So we have one brother right here, inshallah, will keep the balls. Yeah, we have Hafsajat. We're going to sign it as well. We have more. Yeah.
5 minutes, then we'll make a line and then.
Yeah. And then we'll finish off, just hold on there. And then what we'll do is just stay there, just knowing whether you want a bat or a ball. And then we'll make a line right here. We'll take a picture with the ball that you have signed. So that way it doesn't look like, you just got it from somewhere. You can have a picture with the ball or the bat.
You can just put it in.
And then we can do this. We have a seat, and I'll make the arrangements, inshallah. All right, so we just need have a seat. And we have the ball, we have the bats. We'll make a line right here. We'll take a quick picture, and then we will also get the picture, a bat or ball signed. Please have a seat. I'll make the line. Please have a seat. Inshallah, have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. We'll do it a little bit properly. So go ahead, Ms. Babai. What was your? There was a question. Huh? Take the money. Money.
Can you please repeat?
Money that you can pay outside.
Okay, we'll take care of the money, inshallah. Work with Munawar Bhai before you leave on that one, inshallah. Okay? Yeah, go ahead with the question.
What?
How many banks?
Yeah. No. I think Farhan Bhai can answer this question.
Ji, Assalamu alaikum. I'll just repeat your question. You have said that we are trying to build a 75-bed facility, and what are we currently, operating at? So we have, alhamdulillah, about 8 different departments working across Pakistan, but the capacity is so low. So currently we have only been able to operate 4,000 children on a yearly basis. But our current focus is that we should build center of excellence where we should be able to build capacity for at least 2,000 more procedures on a yearly basis. So as of today, we do have a very small setup provided by University of Lahore. They have given us one operation theater free of cost and 5-bedded ICU. That's very, very limited because there is a huge line of 14,000 children already waiting for their heart surgery to happen. So hence we request that it is important we build the first dedicated Children's Heart Hospital Research Institute, which should not only just do the addition in the number of surgeries, but also do capacity building for 8 pediatric surgeons to have 80 inshallah in the next 4 or 5 years, and 30 cardiologists inshallah to go 300. So they can work across Pakistan to help the children born with congenital heart disease. I hope it does answer your question. Thank you.
All right, Jazakallah khair. So the program flow, just so we are all on the same page, right? What we'll do is we'll maybe take 1 or 2 questions, and after that, we will make a line right here. We have lots of cricket balls right here, and we have bats that as you come in, we'll take a quick picture, so get a signed bat or a ball, and we'll make the payment outside, inshallah, and then we'll go from there. We had a question from here. Go ahead, brother.
Lahore. It's in Lahore, near Raymond Road on Defense Road. University of Lahore just gave us the land, so it's been built there. It's already in progress.
Sorry. The question that we were asking, what was the mood of the dressing room? What do you guys say to each other, saying, now we're going to go play India, and similarly when you go out to the field?
Look, because of the public pressure and obviously audience, India-Pakistan game is the game which has been followed, maybe number 1 in the whole cricketing world. Most people watch that game, and that pressure definitely comes to the players also. So India-Pakistan game is always a big pressure game, especially in the circumstances where we are not playing more often to each other. It builds more pressure. If we start playing on regular basis, I think that will be good for not only cricket but also for the players, because that will definitely reduce the pressure on them. Hence, these games are big pressure games. It's important to just hit the first punch. And normally you see in the World Cups, whichever teams, when India-Pakistan are playing, hits the first punch, normally gets the advantage. Because then it's almost difficult for the other team to just get out of that pressure and pressure of expectations and everything. And you just start crumbling. So I think the talk between the players and in the dressing room is always like stay calm and try to be just on your toes and get the first advantage, whatever you are doing. If you are bowling, if you are batting. If you are batting, first partnership and start is important, the way we did in Champions Trophy. And then we dominated the whole final. And in this World Cup game, won the toss, first punch delivered by Shaheen Afridi. We just had them under pressure, and then the whole game was like that. We are ahead of the game and they could not just recover. And that normally India did to Pakistan and rest of the World Cup matches, that they were on the top right from the start and then we could not recover.
Excellent. We'll take 2 more questions and we'll get started. Just before that, we have sisters in the back. I'm sure you all want to get an autographed bat as well as the cricket ball or a T-shirt. So we're going to have a brother. The Yahya is going to be coming on your way. And if you do need anything, please let him know, and we'll have the ball signed and the bat signed or the T-shirt ready, inshallah. So we have sisters in the back as well, Ms. Babai, in the back, inshallah. We'll take 1 or 2 more questions and we'll start the signatures, inshallah.
Very good.
We always talk about your success, and mashallah, you became the most successful captain for Pakistan. Tell us about when you were out of the team for several years, like how did you maintain your focus? And it's very easy to lose your hope and then you will not get back into the team. So tell us, like, how did you make your comeback and how did you maintain your focus for so many years while you were not in the team?
I think lesson for that is that first you got to believe in yourself and never lose hope. That's the, I think, one belief which every human should have, and especially Muslims. We always think that never lose hope, keep working hard, and especially if the passion is there, and you just keep trying and trying and trying, and one day you will succeed, and everything will just flow into your own way. So I think that was the key in that time. I just kept reminding myself that whenever opportunity arises, either I will leave this game, either I will just play it to my full potential and keep pushing myself every day, like Fawad Alam is doing. That's the only way you can get back. And one thing I just kept telling myself that be ready, be ready, be ready for that opportunity. If it comes, grab it. But if you're sleeping, you are not just working hard and suddenly opportunity arises and you just failed again, then you'll be cursing yourself. So in life, if you just keep trying hard with a lot of focus and honesty, sincerity, I think one day you will get opportunity. And one day, we always say that if you are praying, and if you're praying with full focus, if you pray like, you will get nothing. But if you really concentrate, that thing will definitely come to you. Sooner or later, you will get that. So that's, I think, the idea of your life, profession, whatever you do. If the passion is there, if that hunger is there, sooner or later you will get that.
I will take the last question, inshallah, from Faisal Bhai, and maybe one more, inshallah.
So, Mr. Bhai, it's an important question which came from a lot of my friends. So, cricket has evolved recently, and we know it's become very dynamic.
Yeah.
Some of our recent captains have been associated with having a defensive mindset, and people say that. And you spoke about impact. A brother asked a question about Hassan Ali. Of course, he's a champion. He won the champion trophy, and no doubt about his capabilities. But everybody could see he was the weakest link from our match one with India. Every batsman was targeting him. And then it carried on, and we were expecting that Babar, being a captain, is going to make some changes in the matches against Scotland and Namibia, where we didn't have anything to lose. What is his mindset that if it was a winning combination, of course, go for it all the way to the end. But when you could see that there is one man who is not performing up to the mark, of course, current form matters, maybe it's not working out for him. What was stopping Babar to make these changes? Is it like personal relations? It could not. Or what is his mindset because of which he did not allow Mohammad Wasim or probably Haider Ali to get a chance in matches against Scotland and Namibia? And maybe he waited for too long, which costed us the match, as you can see in the last. I'm not blaming Hassan Ali, being a champion he is, but we could all see it from the first match that he was the weakest link in this team.
Look, it's the sometimes different angles you are thinking. I mean, you are thinking like that because you are thinking afterwards. Maybe they could have put Mohammad Wasim in that game and he could have thrashed for 60 runs. And you have been saying now that why Hassan Ali was dropped. He was your best bowler. Why you haven't backed him? And I thought the team management did the right thing by actually backing Hassan Ali throughout the World Cup, that he's a match winner. On a given day, you expect much from him instead of Mohammad Wasim. So that was the thinking behind that. You see all other teams, Mitchell Stark, the way he bowled throughout the World Cup. Australia never dropped him because they know that he is their match winner. On a day he can win them the game, but the whole World Cup, the way he bowled, every game is been thrashed, more than 10 and over. In Pakistan game, I mean, in final, the way he bowled, he was all over the place. But they kept playing him. So sometimes it is like that. It's difference of opinion is there, different thinking is there. It's not a negative mindset. I mean, he's thinking differently. Most of them were thinking differently, but you are thinking it differently. I mean, obviously, one thing I definitely would say that if any experienced bowler like Wahab would have been in the squad, then it might have been a better option for Pakistan. Okay, in crunch situation, if you want to make a change, you have someone who can handle that pressure. It would have been difficult for even a guy like Wasim Jr. to come in those pressure games, and even if he would have performed against Scotland, even if Wasim Jr. would have given chance against Namibia, okay, he took 5 wickets, he would have just taken 4 wickets. Still, would we be confident enough to just play him ahead of Hassan Ali in the semi-final? I don't think so. Still, everybody would have just thought that Hassan Ali should play this match. So I think it's different thinking. Sometimes you are thinking differently, and the team management or the captains are thinking differently.
Now, Jazakallah khair, Ms. Bhai. I think look at the difference between a naive, a people like us evaluating the game, and then a professional evaluation. With that, I mean, forgive us because it's a Sunday night. We need to run through and get it over, inshallah. So we're going to start the signatures, and then we'll just move the table away.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة والكافرون هم الظالمون